I'm hoping I can be heard now. So what I'm going to try to do is see if um, I can see me and hear me. So while it's quiet in here, I am going to see what I can do about if I can hear myself or not. Let's see. Okay, unmute. Can I hear myself? Let's see. Oh, I can. Yes. I think it works. I think I got it working. Hallelujah. Hi. Thank you for dealing with my technical issues. I've come back and I think I have my camera working and it's picking up sound. I've got my other phone and I think I can hear myself. So, yeah. Let's make sure I can still hear everything. Tap to unmute. It's picking up sound. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yay. Okay. Hi. I was middle of crocheting my shark. So you want to hear my funny story? I was online streaming for 20 minutes with people in the room and my camera wasn't working. And I got rated by these lovely people who was like, hey, your mic is off. I was like, oh God, I have been streaming for 20 minutes with no mic. But I think we're good now. So hi, I'm Sarah. And as you can see on my little to-do list over there, other side, right there. So catfish eyeballs are done. I do need to put fins on this guy and I need to maybe add just some chains for whiskers. I'm not 100% happy on the way he looks, but that being said, he is for one of my third grade students who is a bit fish happy. He originally asked me to make a flounder, which I did. And then I brought the flounder to school. This is the flounder without the whiskers. I brought the flounder to school. He's like, that's awesome, but can you turn it into a catfish? And I'm like, yeah, I could probably do that. So I've made the whiskers. I've shifted the eyeballs, which was a pain in the ass because taking off safety eyes isn't easy. But then I realized that he needs fins. He actually technically needs a dorsal fin too, but I don't know how picky he's going to be about that. So my plan is to take this to school tomorrow, show it to him and be like, student, what more needs to be done? Because he is a fish person, he will know exactly what needs to be done. So that is set to one side for now. The next is finishing Girly Shark, which is this little lady in making right now. I have a bigger version, which is my profile picture avatar type thing. That one's about the size of a basketball. I have a smaller one in my classroom, which is about the size of a cantaloupe. And I'm making another small one, but this one is going to have a cute little bow. And it's going to be girly because why not? And then I'm thinking loaf cat. It's a choice between a Stardew Valley type chicken or a loaf cat. I'm still kind of two minds. But maybe we'll make that decision at some point today. So I am going to pin, let me get the pattern for the shark for you. And I'll pin that up. Shark pattern. And let's do some shark emojis. Can I do that? Nope, I don't have those kind of emojis. Oh well, I'm still working. I'm not even affiliate yet. I'm just vibing. Okay, so there's the pattern, and I'm going to pin it. There we go. So I am almost done with the body of the shark. And then I will stuff her, put on a dorsal fin and 2 side fins, add little derpy teeth, and then her bow. Whether I get that done tonight remains to be seen. I would love to. It just depends on how good I'm feeling. I had a long day at work today, but I've got some beverages. It's actually decaf because if I drink coffee after 2 o'clock, I'm going to be awake at 2 a.m. But it's tasty. Okay, let's finish up this girly. So, hi to my 2 viewers who are hanging out right now. Please feel free to lurk. I'm very much a lurker myself when I'm watching Twitch streams, other than just saying, hey, love your stuff, you're awesome, here's a follow. But if you feel like having a chat, I'm all ears. Okay. So you'll have to tell me if my sound decides to go out at any point. I'll probably check it like a dozen times during the rest of this evening, but we'll find out. So today at work, I spent the day mostly with my 4th graders because it was our state's standardized testing day for math. And I'm a special ed teacher, so all of my students are below grade level when it comes to math and reading, which makes days like today very angering for them. They don't like not being able to solve problems. They don't like not doing well. So when they're faced with problems that they aren't able to solve because we haven't reached that portion of the curriculum because their skills aren't up to par, they get really upset. So I tried to make it a decent day. I got them candy, I got some gum, we played some games, we tried to just make light of it. The standardized testing used to be a graduation requirement. It's not anymore, thank God. And I hate state testing. The kids know I hate state testing, but it's unfortunately a necessary evil in our district. So that was the good chunk of my day, sorting out my buddies. Yeah. And then tomorrow, I'm on professional development all day. Um, I'm getting more. I'm basically taking a seminar on writing trauma informed IEPs. Many of my students come from trauma backgrounds, and I feel like I need to know more about what I can do to help them. Um, I Last year I went through a pretty traumatic experience, which opened up my eyes about how internally distracting and unpleasant and hard it can be to just exist at times. So I want my kiddos to not go through that. This is turning more into a mushroom. I'm wondering what's going on. Oh well. Let's keep on going. Some stuffing will help it out. Anyway, so that was my day at work. And then I did tutoring after work. And then I was supposed to go to a doctor's appointment, but I got out of work too late, so I rescheduled. And now I'm here hanging out with you guys. I've thankfully set up a different spot in my house. So when I was doing streams before, they were over there on my kitchen island. And it was really comfortable and it was good lighting and everything like that. But I was starting to take over the world over there. So I've moved over to my desk. And you might think, Sarah, why didn't you always stream for your desk? Well, friends, two viewers who are hanging out with me, it was a hot mess. It was my doom pile, basically. And it accumulated about 2-ish years, maybe 3-ish years worth of just stuff I didn't have homes for. So I did a body double live stream where we got it done in about, well, I got it done in about an hour and a half ish. I think that's how long the stream was. Okay. And it's done. So I've got a desk. I've got a nice L-shaped desk. So I've got some of my crochet supplies right over there. I've got a nice little wall right here. I'm probably going to turn my camera a little bit so you see my kitchen less and you see this kind of space more. This is a cute little picture that my son made when he was like 4 or so. I really should get a frame for it because I absolutely love it. And then behind me are Disney pins from Disney World. But I was saying earlier in the stream that was mute that I really like those crocheted curtains that kind of remind me of those bead curtains that they had, like that revamped themselves in the 90s and whatnot. The ones that are like strings of like vines or flowers. I think that's my vibe. So maybe I'll probably put that on the crochet to-do list at some point, just to kind of jazz up what's going over there. Maybe get a floating shelf for right here to put some crochet stuff on. But yeah. Oh, and teacher t-shirt for the day is what doesn't kill you mutates and tries again. Which is, yeah, the way it goes right now. All right, so I think it's stuffing time because this is very mushroomy. I'm a bit scared. It's very mushroomy. I decreased too fast. But I'm hoping some stuffing will hide some sins. So let's try that. All right, I've got my polyfill. And I swear, polyfill, you buy one bag and it lasts you 11 years. So I'm just going to break up some smaller chunks so it's easier for me to stuff this girly. Okay. Okay, let's get going. So I hope you guys are having a good evening, that your streams are entertaining and your bit rates are great. Okay. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be very mushroomy. And I might need to frog. That's the F word that I don't like. But let's give it a stuff, see what happens, and work from there. Because at the end of the day, this is a toy for my classroom and it's not being sold, so it does not need to be perfect. Okay, I can get it to work. I need to stuff the bottom more, half more. But I'm almost certain I can get it to work. Okay. Okay. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm wondering if I can save it. Like if I just decrease it all and close it up right now, do I have enough stuffing in it? I think if I just decrease it enough. Oh, I don't know. Oh, and I've still got a stitch marker in there. Whoops. Right. I think it's frogged. I think we got to frog it. And I hate frogging burnout blanket yarn. because it just makes a weird feeling when you do. All right, I'm going to frog back till it's not as tubular. Oh, here we go. Frog, 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 frog. I need frog emojis. I need frog emojis. Or something I can signify frogging. Okay, so I've got, this is better, right? Yes, that is much more round. I just need to dramatically decrease this, and then I think we can call it good. Okay. Oy, 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 oy. Hi, guys. I'm going to tilt you down a little bit, if it lets me. Like my tattoo? It's a Dune tattoo. It's the litany against fear. 1, 2, and 1. 1, 2, and 1. 1, 2. Oh, I need to take out that stitch marker. What am I doing? Okay, come with me, little stitch marker. You are done being used. You are free. Here we go. We are done. All right, back to this decreasing bonanza. Okay. 1, 2, and 1. I turned my heater, well, my space heater on because I was really cold when I got home, and now I'm thinking it needs to go off because I'm quite comfortable right now. So let me do that after this stitch. Oop, stay there. Don't move. And off. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely more round than it was before. It's still, I still screwed up somewhere. I don't know. But say la vie. So hello to my lurkers. I hope you're having a good day. Don't worry about chatting because I'm a bit of a lurker myself. But if you want to do me a solid and give me a follow, I would love that. I'm trying to get to affiliate. I'm so new. Like, I think I've been streaming for 10 days now ish. I had my first raid this afternoon, this evening. And luckily, they were the ones that told me that my microphone was not working. But I think we're good now. I think I figured it all out. And we're happy. I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm going to check to make sure my microphone is working. Okay. Do. Let's see if I can hear myself. Hello. We're happy. We're good. Okay. I can hear me. Woohoo! All right. So after I finish this girly shark, I need to make a decision if I am making a Stardew Valley chicken type thing or if I'm making a loaf cat. Because I'm in a kind of a loaf cat mood. We definitely will have, I have a pattern for a loaf cat that I really like. And I have a pattern for just a regular chicken type toy that I like, but Miss Twisted, who was here previously, suggested I do a Stardew chicken because I like Stardew Valley. I like Animal Crossing type video games, and I do appreciate the chickens in Stardew. I'm very much that cozy gamer type person. But hello, four viewers. I hope you guys are good. All right, I am almost done closing up Miss Sharky over here. I'm just decreasing my little fingers off. Closing up that butthole, as my students call these parts of the crochet. I have a very hungry caterpillar in my room that I've crocheted, and it has a very pronounced butthole, and they think it's hilarious that it does. Okay, I think we are gonna call this good. I'm just gonna do a couple closing stitches to try to close up said butthole. Because what I don't need is my students telling anybody that I make toys with buttholes. I'm saying that word a lot. Butthole, butthole, butthole. Okay. Where are my snips? There they are. Okay. Let's tie this baby off and see what happens. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I'm good. I am good. Okay, so the next step in making sure that this baby gets into a shark. So what's left to do is she needs a dorsal fin. She needs side fins. She needs her little derpy shark teeth, and then I need to attach the bow to her head. But I think I'm going to attach I don't know if I should attach the dorsal fin first or the bow. I think I need to attach the bow before the dorsal fin. Because I'm pretty particular about where I want this bow to be. So I think that's the priority. My tails. And I'm thinking like that. Like I want it quite close to her eyes. And I'm going to attach it like that. Yeah, I think that's what. So I'm going to pin it down to kind of get placement right. Figure out what I'm stitching down and what I'm leaving to flop up. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to pin it down with my stitch markers. Let's do the whole, oh, see, stitch markers. The whole stitch markers. All right, so that's one spot. And then let's stay on that same line. Make sure that it's centered correctly. And the next spot. Okay, that's centered correctly. Okay, I think I'm good there. Yeah, I think I'm good there. So how much of this do I want sticking up and how much do I want attached to her head? That is the next question. So here's the girly. I think I want that center to be flat against her head. With the rest of it standing upright. I think that's what I want to do. So let's see how I'm going to do this. I might want to use my darning needle and just attach it through whip stitch. Sorry, I'm just thinking this project out loud. I appreciate you for listening to me. Let me put my over there. I've got my little trusty plastic darning needle. Cheap as anything. Can you hear my bird? My son's bird. I think she wants to come out. And I'm going to grab this tail. and get it going. Okay. So let's get her right there. Do 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 do. Anybody else have an LG washer? It has its own little theme song. All right, first stitch is in. And make sure we're lined up. I'm going to try to calm down on you guys a little bit. There you go, that's better. There's my girl. Let's move this down. That's better for sure. Okay, let's get her stitched up where I want her. So, talk to me. What are you guys up to? What are you enjoying about the streams you're watching tonight? Not necessarily mine, just in general. Have you watched anything good? Anybody that you would recommend that I start watching? I'm a new streamer, so I'm very much open to learning from others. If you have any, examples of what to do, I'd love to spend some time in their channels, learning from them, seeing what they do. Okay, so we're getting there. Getting her down. Okay, so I've got the center pinned down. Sorry, I'm just closing some of these tabs on my little chat screen because I don't need them open right now. There we go. Oh, no, go away. Okay, there we go. And I've pinned the shark pattern. There we go. Let's get this girly going. Okay, so far so good. I'm really, like, this is the most particular part of this pattern for me. Like, I really want this bow placement to be spot on. Oh, okay. So that side's looking good. Okay. We're almost done, half done with this bow. Just anchoring it down using a whip stitch where I would want the bow to kind of sit on her head. This tail is definitely too long for what I need it for to do, but oh, Amazon. Ooh. So I ordered butter squishies for my students for MCAS, for our standardized testing this week. They were supposed to come yesterday or the day before. They are now arriving on Saturday. And I don't even know if that's going to happen yet because they haven't even been shipped. So I've had some very disappointed fourth graders. Yeah, very disappointed fourth graders. But thankfully they weren't, like, they understood that, Amazon's not perfect. I'm sure they've dealt with it in their own households. All right, this stitch is being a little naughty. I just can't get it to fall where I wanted it to fall. Okay. So I have a document camera that I'm thinking of using to focus on projects. I'd have to reset up my light speed to do that. And I'm wondering if I should, or if I should just maybe do it next time. Because it would probably take me a little bit to set it up. And I'd have to change my layout to make sure that you guys can see the camera and it's not blocking any of the other stuff. Okay. Alrighty. I think it's that time of the night where my son's bird wants to come out. So what usually happens around 7:30, so she's a bit early, is that my two dogs go to bed, and then I go to my bedroom and I close the bedroom door, and then Birch, my son's conure, comes out and she free flies for a few hours. That way she's not stuck in her cage 24/7. And right now it's only 7:05, so she's a little early. My dogs probably don't want to go to bed quite yet, especially if they're on the couch just chilling and getting cuddles. But we'll see. She's quieted down, so maybe something has happened. Maybe someone's checked it on her to find out WTF. Is Birch wanting to come out? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. She gets loud when my son goes in the shower. Weirdly. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Right, bow placement check. I think we are good. Let me Okay. I think I like that. I'm going to tie off the ends, weave in some ends, and then I think we can call the bow done. And I should definitely take a picture of it for my students. This little girly girl. I think next I'll do her teeth, because that's what really makes it, that kind of teeth thing. It kind of reminds me of Minnie Mouse for some weird reason. Anyway, all right, let's take off the pins, stitch markers. Make sure she's secured as much as I want her to be. Yeah, we're good there. This one I'm going to need to weave in. Some of these I need to tie off. So let's get that done. So if you're hanging out with me, I'm thinking you like crocheting. So I'd love to hear about what you guys are working on. What are your works in progress? Or if you're just still learning, or if you're just here because it's a Wednesday afternoon Wednesday afternoon, and you feel like hanging out. So tomorrow after school, I have my fiber arts club with first and second graders first and second grade, so that's like 6, 7-ish years old. And then on Tuesdays, I run a crochet club with third and fourth graders. And it was really funny this week. So if you go onto my TikTok or YouTube shorts, I put up a quick little video of what my students made this week. And some of it's a little unhinged, I gotta say. Like there's the normal stuff like, oh, this was a water bottle cozy, and this was the start of a leggy frog. I had one girl who picked this bright orange yarn, and she did a chain, and she did a row of single crochets, but they're still learning, so it's really messy looking. But the way it shaped itself looked like a Cheeto, and she's very proud of her Cheeto. So she made another Cheeto, and now she's trying to crochet a bag to put the Cheetos in, and I thought that was adorable. The funnier one, though, I gotta say, is I had one student crochet a circle. and it was this kind of like golden brown yellowy color. And then I brought my safety eyes in, and then she put two safety eyes on on the circle. And I said, "Okay, what did you make?" And I'm thinking to myself, is this like a just a circle with eyes, or what's her vision here? And she looks at me and she says, "It's a sentient pancake." You have to, if you're on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, find me. I'm SJ Crochet on YouTube. On TikTok, I've got an 8 at the end of that. And look for the elementary crochet club projects from a couple of days ago. It's worth it. They're so funny. So I do crochet clubs in 8-week sessions, and the first week it's talking about the tools and learning how to chain. The second session is learning how to single crochet. The next few sessions after that are kind of more work on single crochet, because it obviously takes these guys a bit longer than a hour and a half session to learn how to do it. And then I tend to end, it depends on how they're evolving. I'll either move them on to half double crochet, or we'll just keep working on single crochet. And that's what we did for my last session. And the kids, it was all girls in this session. And what they ended up doing was making handbags. So they crocheted rectangles, they folded them in thirds and stitched up two of the sides, and then did like shoulder bands. I can't think of the word of it right now. And they came out really good. I'm really proud of them for that. This crew that I have this session, it's some of the kids from last session are doing it again. So they're already kind of ahead of the game, but they're happy just right now. One of them is making a jellyfish. Another one is making some cozies for her and her friends. But it's really just more of like a hangout and do crochet and have just social time away from screens, away from social media for these guys. Um, and it's just a fun time. And even the kids that aren't at that point cognitively that can do crochet pretty well, they're enjoying it. Yeah. And I'm enjoying it too, because I get to share what I love doing. And then I get to show off their work to my peers who think that's amazing. So yeah, that's that. But tomorrow is a professional development day for me. So I'm going into work, but I'm hiding in my office the whole day. I won't be seeing students because I'm working on a session about trauma-informed IEP writing. I think I mentioned that earlier. Apologies if you've heard that before. So that's that. Friday's pretty chill. I don't think I have anything after work on Friday. This weekend, my son has track and field divisionals, so that's what we're kind of looking forward to. Um, yeah, 29 days left of my school year. It would have been done a lot sooner, but we had 8 snow days. One of them with that giant blizzard that happened over a lot of the country, and a couple of snow days before that. And then we had one day that we lost electricity in the building, and we got it back. But the problem is that our school's water is on a well, and when the electricity tripped back on, it blew the well pump. So we had to take a day off of work because we can't work without water, obviously. And that was a snow day. Well, a day that we need to make up. So I call it a snow day. And then literally the day after I finish my typical school year, I start teaching summer school. It's called ESY. I should probably move this up. It's called ESY, which is Extended School Year, and it's an IEP program for students who need it. This is not in the district I work in right now. It's in actually my hometown district. So it's a lot easier for me to kind of get to work. Not that where I work now is crazy far away. It's just not where I live. All right, I think I have secured this bow enough to her lovely little noggin. I'm going to take this last stitch and tie it in a knot and call it good. There we go. And I'm going to need to weave in some ends. So let's do that. So I'm going to cut this. That looks good. Okay. And let's weave in some ends. Now, the nice thing about weaving in ends when you have little stuffies like this is I don't do it a lot. I just literally just push them into the toy. And that's what I'm doing with this end. And that's that. Let's see. All right, I can do that with this end too. Nope, you need to be stitched down a little more. Okay. Let's see if I can do this with a darning needle or if I have to switch to a smaller crochet hook to get it secured. Okay, da 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 da. Yeah, that looks fine. We'll do that one. And let's tie this knot. There we go. That's better. And then that baby will get poked into its brain. There's a hole. There we go. And then I might need to actually weave this one because it's at the top of the bow as opposed to the bottom of the bow that I can just perform some brain surgery. How cute is she looking? Kind of looks like a bomb. Before it was really lopsided. Like it is a bit conish down at the bottom, but before I ended up frogging it because it looked like the metal slimes from Dragon Warrior. Now, if you're my age, it was on the original Nintendo NES system. You can probably, what do you call that? Play it now online. But that's what it reminded me so much of, like a metal slime. Okay. Right, let's weave her ends in. I'll turn around so she's facing you. Let's weave her ends. So my large shark that I have in my classroom, my fourth graders just call it Big Shark. My third graders have named the large shark Big Chungus. I don't know. And then the small one for my fourth graders, they just call it Baby Shark. And my third graders call it Baby Chungus. So I told my third graders, that I was making a girly one. And what were they going to call her? So this project that I'm working on right now has been dubbed Princess Chungus. She is Princess Chungus. I don't know what my fourth graders will call it. You know, they're not very original with their names. My catfish that I showed you guys before, his name is Alfredo. That's what my third graders have named him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think we're good. I think I'm gonna, no, I don't want that. I'm gonna knot this and then shove it in the brain. So let's do a knot down here. All the way down here. I don't want to pull too much because I don't want to. There we go. Okay. I think I'm good. That knot doesn't look too secure. Let's work on another piece. Right, one more knot, and then it's brain surgery time. I feel like this is very tiny work, and I have a very large crochet hook. Well, not very large. It's a 4.5, 5.5. So it's not disastrously big. Oh, I don't want to pull that. Oh, okay, this is bugging me. When I tighten this part of the yarn, this shrinks. So I'm trying to knot it without pulling too much length, and it's not working. I'm going to try one more time. There we go. There's your knot. Hold it in place. All right, that feels stiff. Okay, I think we're good. We can call it good. Let's do some brain surgery. Shove that end in. Okay. It looks good. Princess Chungus's bow is done. I need to weave in her tail. I'm just going to do the whole knot a couple of times and shove it up the butt type thing. How adorable is she? I need to take a picture so I can show my students the progress. So just bear with me a second. I'm going to put it on my laptop so they can see her in all her glory. Okay. There you go. Let me get my phone. Okay. We're good. Let's sort out this tail. So I'm going to knot it a couple times and then just shove it in the toy. Okay. One more time, I think. No, that should be enough. All right, let's cut some length and shove it in. This is the part of working with stuffies that I like. I have a granny square blanket that's going to be my perpetual WIP for the next 25 years. And that's like end central. All right, why aren't you cooperating? Let me get the pokey tool that comes with polyfill. That's better. Here we go. That's better. Okay, get that all the way in. We are good. Princess Chungus. How's she looking? What do you guys think? I think she's very cute. Okay, teeth time. I need to go get some white from my stash. Do I need anything else while I'm there? I think just white. I've got my darning needle. I've got my snips. All right. Oh, let me go get my white. Okay. So here I am with my trusty Red Heart Super Saver because I'm cheap. So this is for the teeth. The body of Princess Chungus is made with burlap blanket in gray. Her bow is made with Yarnspirations Basics in bubblegum. And then the eyes I just got off Amazon. You coming to say hi? Do you want to come say hi? Come see me. Up. It's the Cadbury. You're on the internet. I'm going to say hi to your friends. You've come and visit twice today. You watching the mums? You being a good girl. You gonna go to bed soon? Huh? You gonna go to bed soon? Okay. What a funny girl. All right, go ahead, get down. Thank you. That was lovely. Okay, so let's get this Super Saver. Oh, I got lucky. Look at that. A center pull that's already there. I got lucky. No yarn barf, hopefully. Okay, so let's cut a length and get some teeth going. All right, I need to figure out where I want the teeth placed because I'm going to give her 3 teeth. I want the center teeth lining up between her eyeballs. So I need to figure out where that placement's going to go right there. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. Okay, so I think I'm going to pause here for a second because I'm wondering if I should get my document camera set up for this, or if I should call it a night here and then set up my document camera for the next time I stream. I don't know if I might stream tomorrow night. Well, let me check my schedule. Yeah, let's do that. I can stream tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we will get some teeth on Princess Chungus and maybe start Loaf Cat. Maybe. We'll see. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I would appreciate if you're able to throw me a follow. I'm still working towards my affiliate status. I'm up to 8 8 followers in less than 10 days is amazing, and I'm so happy for it. So any help you can give me is appreciated. Have a lovely evening and good night.